who's going to be first and second on moving everything forward today.
Jim, nice to see you. You survived the fire?
It wasn't nearly a fire.
No, it wasn't. That's what it looked like, though.
I know, it's just beautiful clouds.
That was funny.
So for this meeting, can we just say that Simone's going to motion and Jim will second?
Perfect.
Yes.
Sounds good. So I'd like to call the meeting of the Community Revitalization Advisory Committee on Tuesday, August 18th, 2020 to order at the time of 7:02 p.m. Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you guys. Seems like it's the same setting all the time. It's the whole day in meetings again. Now that I'm back to work, the same format. I guess it's our new normal. I see Kathleen's with us again. Thanks. Thank you, Kathleen. And Jolene. And is that Aaron's phone number down below?
No Aaron tonight, but that's Karina from Fednor.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Great. So welcome, everyone. So everyone received Flo's emails, multiple emails with all the great information this week.
Yes.
Just direct you to the to tonight's agenda. We're at any declarations of conflicts of interest. None. Okay, now moving on then. Can we have, is everyone okay with the agenda as proposed?
Yes.
Yes, fantastic. Everyone has a copy of the agenda?
Yeah, sorry, Eric, can we get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve. Yep.
Second.
Jim, all in favor? Yay.
Yep.
So number 5, if we go back to the email for the minutes of the last meeting. Is there anything to amend, change, to note?
Motion to approve.
What's going on?
So, go ahead, Jim.
No, I'm just wondering where we're at here. I think I froze.
We're just reviewing the minutes from the last meeting. Nothing stands out for me. Simone either.
No. Motion to approve.
Okay.
Okay, Jim
Second.
second. All in favor, yay.
Mhm.
Okay, moving on. If I go back to the agenda, now we got any business arising. No,
No.
silence is key. And then let's move on to number 7 and just pass this over to Flo with the Manitouwadge Multi-Use Trails Master Plan.
Okay, thanks. So as you know, the My Manitouwadge page is live and active, and we have cross-posted the manitouwadgetrails.ca site, which is the public consultation site for that project. So it's also available on My Manitouwadge, and we were hoping that by opening up the community relief funding on the My Manitouwadge page that we would get lots of participation on the projects that we have active on that site. But that really hasn't been the case. So lots of people have registered to use My Manitouwadge, but primarily to submit their application online for the community relief funding. So I've talked to the consultants at Think Design, and we've printed up some cards so that people can take them with them when they're picking up their extreme dollars at the township office. But I'll also be asking some of the businesses if we can put the cards in the stores as a reminder to residents to go to that site and participate in the public consultation phase of the project. There is like quite a bit of input, but the consultants would like to see a bit more. And knowing that in the past, when we've put surveys out, we usually get between 120 and 150 responses from people. We're not anywhere near that. And the site is a little bit different, and it's not just a survey, but it's also asking residents to drop a pin on trails that they've utilized in the past and would like to see either upgrades to or more development to that site. So it's a bit more interactive than the surveys that we've put out in the past. So that might be why there's less participation, because it does take a bit more time and more thought and energy to go into that. But we'll push it out for a few more weeks and hope to have a bit more information for you at our September meeting on the development of that plan. So I'll just keep moving on to the next project, the Community Revitalization Project. We have had a fair bit of input on the community improvement plan, and the consultants are pleased with that, and it helps provide direction to them on areas of interest in the community that they should be focusing their efforts on. Additionally, when they've looked at the site through My Manitowage, they realized that the quality of the maps that they provided weren't high enough. And so they'll be providing me with higher quality mapping that I can put on the site so that people can actually enlarge those maps and have a better look at them. Right now, when you make it bigger, it kind of looks fuzzy. So we'll fix that, and then again push out that information to the public to participate on that site. And we had a really great response when we pushed out the rebranding survey last week on Facebook, and we brought our numbers up well over 100 from last week in the number of participants. And so I just want to bring your attention to the survey that I sent you this morning or this afternoon, along with the comments. I'm going to share my screen so that we can talk about the quantitative data. Let's see if I can do this. Hold on. Can you see that? What I put up on? No, you can't see that. Okay. How about that? Yes? Oh, good. Let me make it bigger. Okay, so at the top, you can see that there were 179 visitors to the page and 64 contributors. So that means that 115 people chose not to participate in the survey. They know about it. They looked at the page, but again, they chose not to provide a comment or to vote. So we had 64 contributors, and of that, 55 people participated in the survey. So you can see the results of the survey. There's double the amount of people who prefer the logo without the words "the Township of." And then we had an additional 9 people or so provide text comments. And so that's what I shared with you earlier today. Additionally, I provided for you comments that I captured from Facebook, the Township of Manitowage Facebook site. and then also one email that I received directly. So there is a small percentage of people who feel that we should not be making any changes to the logo. And I can confirm that that is very normal in any municipality, that there will be a group of people who do not want to see that type of change to the logo. But I'm really conscious of the comments that they've made, and I made reference to this earlier in my email, was that they do want to maintain the history of the town. They do want to be able to see that and celebrate that, and remember that and share that with future generations. So the question that I have for you is, do you think that the logo is the place for that? Or do you feel that in our community revitalization efforts that we can dedicate a place or a site or a project that will showcase that history? And you know, I'm very conscious that we have a beautiful park on the lake called Prospectors Park. But really the only thing that comes to mind about that is the name. Like, there's no monument there, there's no history there. And is that the place where we can do that through our community revitalization efforts? A plaque or a monument, or the logo, the old logo, the new logo. The other place that we can share that information is on our website, and have a page dedicated to the township's history, the logo, the meaning behind the previous logo or the current logo, and talk about this process and how we got to where we are with a proposed new logo. So that's food for thought, things for you to think about. And really tonight, we're looking for direction on how to move forward, and whether the committee is ready to make a decision and to bring that decision forward to council at the September 9th council meeting. So I'm going to turn that over to you now.
Thanks, Flo. I don't know if Simone or Jim, you guys want to start. I've got a few thoughts on everything I've seen, but thoughts aside, I don't think it really changes my position. I think the recommendation should still be to move forward. We've got a lot of positive input. Most of the comments that I've read, it's like, you know, even though it was positive, some people were just asking for explanation on why, you know, certain things and whatnot. It's obvious they didn't listen to the meetings and our discussions, and when everything was explained to us by Stephanie. So yeah, I'll let you guys weigh in on this. It doesn't change anything for me.
Myself, I was very surprised in how many people actually want to hang on to the Prospector logo. Now, saying that, it's almost like maybe, I don't know if we should put out a survey or a question as per if they want to keep the old one versus getting a new one, or maybe if there's a way to have the old one modernized. I'm not too sure. I'm just, I was really set back by the amount of comments that people, you know, wanted to keep with the old logo. So is that something we should respect their feelings, or still ahead, go forward? I'm kind of stuck on that one right now.
Well, Eric, I had brought this to Eric's attention last week. I think you were heading out of town, Eric. And I had said, did you see the feedback on Facebook? And I don't think you had at that point. And the interesting thing about it was, and no offense to anybody that was posting or expressing their opinion or anything like that, but it seems to me it's all the usual suspects. The ones that like to voice their opinion, but none of them have come to the meeting or any of our meetings. And that to me is really disturbing, that they think that they I mean, it's okay for you to express your opinion, but get involved. At least, have some dialogue, find out what's going on. And we also had somebody else reply to a few comments saying that this was not taxpayers' money. And a lot of the feedback was, oh, why are we using taxpayers' money? Where they didn't realize that this was a grant, that if we hadn't done this, it would have gone somewhere else. And so, I mean, that's educating the public a little bit, but it seems to me like a lot of them, they just don't want to move forward. I don't think they understand what the role here is that we're playing. And I don't think they understand what the community revitalization project is at all.
And I agree with that. And that's exactly how I took it. The people who had negative comments, most of them were like, oh, you're wasting money. They don't know where the money's coming from. Or the play in the extreme. They don't realize that that belongs to the MEDC. It's a lack of information. And most of the comments, like you said, that were negative, no one took the time to go watch these videos to get informed. It's like someone making a comment on a post that someone puts on social media without clicking on the post and reading the article first. Like, that's why I was like, negative things aside, yes, some people are attached. People have a hard time with change, period. Unfortunately, we have to plan for the future. And I've said it before, and I don't want to insult anybody, but darn, if we take the 2016, census stats, over 52% of our population in 2016 was over 60 years old. If we don't plan for the future now, these people, God forbid it happens, it's the natural course, pass away. When they pass away, the financial advisor tells me, are their families here? No, most of them are not living here. That means the wealth leaves Manitouwadge. That means there's less people paying into the property taxes, less people going to the stores, less. Like, I get it. Is that worth keeping an old logo? Because I want to be like Nipigon, create a brand, get behind the brand, and promote the hell out of the brand to get the economy moving again. And most of the people, like you said, Simone, the demographic, I'm sorry, like, there's a big age gap here with the people who put comments forward and the people that are still, like, working, raising families here, whatnot. So I don't know, like, it hasn't changed anything for me. I think for me, we've done a great job so far. The township has done a great job consulting the public, whatnot. Even if we take what was done now and we take the percentage, I think that's not enough for us not to move forward. That's my opinion.
Eric, I really kind of want to add in there. I don't know if anybody has been following the real estate news in the last little while. And what has happened in, Ontario, all of Canada, is there's a lot of people moving out of the cities because they're able to work remotely. And COVID-19 has proven that to us. And what's happening in our town, and I can tell you right now, it is crazy busy with home sales. And these people are coming from the city, and they don't want to go to a place where there's a defunct mine that we're still flogging as though it's still in existence. They want to go to something hip and upcoming and somewhere where their children can get involved, not paying homage to a mine that's no longer here. Yeah, we have mines all around us, but they're not even some of them aren't even in our district. So, I mean, yeah, I really like the idea when you talk about incorporating something at the waterfront park flow and stuff like that, but hasn't Play in the Extreme already done that with the thing at the corner, the display at the corner?
Yes, I mean, but that, I guess, let me stop stuttering here. There was a comment that was made whether the play structures or the structures at Highway 17 is part of the township. And although we own the property, it's not within the municipal boundaries. It's outside of the municipality. And our community revitalization project is really focused at the entranceway to the community, so at the high school, into the downtown core. So if we were going to work with the Consultants Forum studio on a structure or a memorial, I'm thinking, like, I'm not thinking play structures like we have at the corner. I'm thinking something more artistic. But again, it's feedback that we have to give the consultant so that they can come forward with the design and the proposal.
Do you mean something like an Elliott Lake type of thing? You know, where on the waterfront they have all the displays for the old mine that used to be there? Is that what you're talking about? Something like that?
I didn't really have a picture in my mind about what it would look like. So I think through feedback that we give to the consultants, they would be able to come up with something. And it could be a monument as opposed to display boards. It could be an artistic structure with a plaque.
This whole discussion kind of brings something to my mind, and that is that logo that Marathon has, which is based on or built on paper laced with gold. So they respected their past by doing that logo, but it really doesn't reflect the same way that Better Nature, to me, reflects the community. It's telling a story about the past, built on paper, you know, laced with gold. It's telling a story about the past, and that's it. It's not telling you anything more than that. I'm not sure, how do you feel about that?
Again, for me, it really doesn't change anything. The work we've done, every part of the process to get us to the point we were at, brought us here. Now, if we send out another survey, we're going to get probably more response, and we're going to probably have close to the same result. The ones that just don't want to change at all, that want everything stayed the same. And it's like, you know, we should be moving forward with something. Like Chris said, like whatever we, at one point, like, you know, it's been 50 years. Well, 50 years ago, if this town would have existed 50 years before that and you would have changed it, they would have had the same pushback, right? So, like, you know, right now, not moving forward makes about as much sense as our traffic circle. My opinion, again.
I was just sitting here thinking that if Stephanie was here, what would she say? And I think the tagline "Better Natured" is very reflective of the community, even our history, where we talk about the prospectors and you know, the sealing a deal with the shake of a hand. That is better natured. That is who we are, and this whole process of rebranding has allowed us to reflect on who we are as a community, and our friendliness and our willingness to work together has been top of mind this entire process, as well as our nature. And I can't think of a better logo to reflect who we are as a community than the one that's in front of us tonight.
I agree with what you said. I definitely do. There really wasn't a logo, like a slogan in the past, was there? It was just the pictures of the prospectors.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm with Eric on this. I really think that we should move forward and maybe perhaps see if we can do a little bit more education as to what is going on.
Maybe a little video flow. You're gonna have to put on the little video and put on your little hat there, put it on the township website, explain everything.
Yeah, I haven't had my 2-minute video yet.
No.
Yeah, excuse me, I'm all for moving forward, for sure, don't get me wrong. But there should still be some way to, I mean, respect the people that want to carry the Prospector logo. Whether it be a, monument or a sign or something down at Prospector Park that shows the old logo, just in that specific area maybe, and then, move on with the rest through the new logo. There's a thought.
Or put some money aside for an exhibit at the museum. Something new, something different, that can reflect that.
Funny you should say that, Eric, because I was just thinking, is there vacant land there, that would be able to be utilized for some sort of exhibit there?
So what's your suggestion, Flo, at this point?
Well, you have a resolution in front of you, a recommendation. So somebody can make a motion to put that on the floor, and then you can have some discussion around the wording of that, and call the vote. So the next steps, once that's when we're past that, if it's approved by this committee, then I will write a report to council that gives the overview of this entire process, along with the feedback that we've received, both in the early survey stages up until this current survey, and all the results that have been presented with that. And then a recommendation to council, if you approve this, is to approve and adopt the new logo as presented. So then that's a decision that council has to make at that point.
So Flo, are you saying that somebody has to make a motion to recommend to council at this point?
Yes. So the proposed recommendation or resolution is that the Community Revitalization Advisory Committee recommends to council to approve and adopt the attached logo as the new logo for the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc.
So I motion to move forward.
Second that.
So let it be resolved that the Community Revitalization Committee recommends the council to approve and adopt the attached logo as the new logo for the Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc. Everyone in favor?
Yes.
Resolution number CRAC-2020-01 is approved.
Great. Congratulations on your first resolution, and I look forward to putting the report together for council. A question for you, Jolene. If there are members of the public who want to virtually attend that council meeting, is there a way that they can do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we live stream all of our council meetings on our YouTube channel. So you can access that through our website, or on the YouTube channel, you can just type in Corporation of the Township of Manitowoc, and you will see all of our past videos, as well as be able to access the live stream that would be, you can view it as the meeting is happening.
Can they participate in the meeting, or can they only watch?
At this time, it's only watching because we are close to the public due to COVID. So if people wanted to make comment or to reach out to council on our website, council has all their contact information on there, or they can write in a letter and submit it to the township, which can go to council under correspondence.
Or they could also email all council directly. Correct.
Yes.
Right, Delene?
Yes. Yes, correct. So all your information, all the council's information is on our website.
So when we put the agenda together, we released that on a Friday in advance of the meeting on Wednesday. Is the public aware that they can reach out to council? Like, how do we promote that?
I think a lot of people are aware that they can reach out to council and make submissions. We could promote it more on our Facebook page. I think that gets more traffic than our website.
Okay, I just want to make sure that if there was a member of the public who wanted to comment in favor of changing the logo or opposed to changing the logo, that they're given that opportunity at the council meeting or before the council meeting.
Yes, absolutely. And we also, oh, sorry.
It's part of the public consultation process and the open and transparent nature of making positive change in the community. So just want to make sure that we've got things in place that allow that to happen.
Yes, and on the My Manitowaj page, I'm currently working on a virtual council meeting information page that will allow people to access our live stream and our past videos.
Okay, great.
Just as a note for that My Manitowaj page, like honestly, that's gonna be my go-to place from now on. Like from what the stuff that you guys have already put on there, like I've went through it all. And like I know like now, like every time I'm trying to get away from social media, especially Facebook, as much as I can. And so that's going to be like, it's a fantastic platform. I think it's really user friendly. And once people realize that, okay, once you're signed up, and it's pretty easy to navigate. So if you can go get through Facebook, you can get through that, no problem.
Yeah, we've been very impressed with the site, and we've processed hundreds of applications for the community really funding through there without a glitch, and it's been fantastic. Super easy to use. Okay, so I'll make sure that the committee members get a copy of the report to council once it's been approved, and that you are aware that it'll be going to council. And again, like typically in the past when I've done this, the chair of the, or co-chairs of the committee have joined me in making the presentation to council, but I'm not sure how or if we'll be able to do that, but if we can do that, I will talk to Owen about that.
I can be available next Wednesday.
Yeah, September 9th. It's a few weeks
Oh,
away.
September 9th. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm back to work now, so every Wednesday I'm available. Can't leave town.
Okay.
Okay, so we're at number 10. There was no other business, or is there any other business right now? Kathleen, Aaron, you guys have been really quiet.
Just listening. No, I have no other business.
Okay. So if there's no other business, just number 11, our next meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, September 22nd. I'm assuming there's no conflicts. If there are, like our meetings were pretty much set in stone, but as long as we have quorum, I guess, if by the time things approach and where we don't have quorum, maybe notify Flo so she can just reach out and reschedule. Does that work? Okay, perfect. Well, with that being said, I think this was our shortest meeting yet. It was like,
Fast.
can I get a motion to
Motion to adjourn.
adjourn the meeting at 7:36?
Second it.
All in favor?
Great.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Night.
Bye.